What up, world? What up, me? This is Drewize. Come out like this, Drewize topic. This is the last topic of today. Topic is the candidate that's running for president. She's a woman. She's a white woman, Caucasian woman. Uh, Hillary Clinton. You know, want to run for president. Now, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. My opinion is this. I think it's time for a woman to run. You know, I really think it's time for women to run. I know some of y'all follow up behind that man, Donald Trump. You know, follow behind Bernie Sanders. You know, but I think it's time for a woman to run. You know, so I think it's time for a woman to run all through the years, through the centuries, and through all these decades. It's been nothing but men running the White House. You know, maybe we need a woman to, take a woman's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we need a woman. Maybe it's time for a woman to run. But the hinder part is when she been under investigation of emails, some type of email she was into emails, and also people don't know about the Clintons, Well, when Bill Clinton was in office, I was little at the time. I was a child. You know what I'm saying? I was little when he was running for presidency. He became president. I found out that Bill Clinton and his associates, people he was with him in his campaign or whatever. Y'all know this. I found out that he signed a some type of bill for as the crime bill, yeah, which it was kind of a hinder, shady, whatever. I don't really care, because I'm not into crime. I'm not selling dope. I'm not pimping. I ain't no frauder. I ain't no thief. Nothing like that. But he signed some particular crime bill, so. But Hillary Clinton, now about the emails, the emails. Some people will say, why do we need a president like that if she's under investigation? Why? But true enough, the United States of America's government could throw that out, overlook it, sweep it under the rug. Like a white officer shoot down a black man, sweep it under the rug and throw it out, and go on to the next case. Real. This is real talk, real. But I think it's time for a woman to run, but it's a hinder because it's certain people, like certain men and certain women, do not follow behind Hillary Clinton and say, I don't like her ideas, I don't like this, I don't like that. She's talking out the side of her neck, But as I got older, I wasn't aware of things when Bill Clinton was in office. And I heard as I got older he had an affair, he committed adultery, who cares? So, married men commit adultery all the time. Married men have affairs all the time on their wives. So, who cares? That's how men are in today's time. But Hillary Clinton running for president and becoming she's a candidate, But, you gotta look at it this way, y'all. look at this way, YouTube. Maybe we need to have a woman in there to kind of way to help a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Solve certain things. You know what I'm saying? I know you might disagree with me. I know you'll disagree with me. Like, oh, hell with Hillary Clinton. She is this and that. Hell with that woman. You know? But you got to look at it. Through all the years of men being in the White House, you know, men, tell me something. Are we still at war? You know? Are we still at war? Now, is man still want to gain power and power and power? You know? Want to cause and want to create a one world order, right? So is man, not woman. Woman is not doing this. Man is doing this. Is man and men doing this? We're in our labs and we're studying science to create weapons of mass destruction. Women not doing that. A woman not doing that. A man is doing that. Come on. You could disagree with me all you want, but just think about it. Just think about it. You know? Just think about it. Maybe it's time for a woman to kind of lead this in a different way. Because a woman thinks different from a man. You know? A woman thinks different from a man in each and every way. Ain't no ifs and the buts about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm a Hillary Clinton follower or nothing like that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, maybe it's time for a woman to take the stand in the White House. You know? Maybe it's time. You know? I know some of y'all gonna say, Drewize, why are you saying this? Drewize, why are you saying this? Forget about Hillary Clinton. She's on investigation. She just is not. Drewize, please. You know? But y'all got to look at something. Women have not tried to gain power. Women is not sitting around in some place in government, in some lab, trying to make a weapon of mass destruction. We have our weapon, you have yours. We have ours. Yeah, we got ours. You have your. You know what I'm saying? Women ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what woman is doing that. You know? I don't care if she's in the military or not. But somewhere in that laboratory of government is man. You know what I'm saying? Man. You know? So come on. Maybe it's time for a woman to run. You know what I'm saying? But in the presidency and that GOP, or what, I don't know how it is, but in that type of level of government of running the country, they don't want no woman to run. You know what I'm saying? No. And they don't want no black man to run. I don't care if he got half white, he got some Caucasian blood in him, he's half white, half black. They don't want that. What the White House want and accept is just true. A white man, a Caucasian man to run the White House. Not no black man. Not no half black man. Not no woman. You know what I'm saying? This is how it is. You know what I'm saying? Throughout history, throughout the decades and centuries, you know, it always been white. Caucasian. Like Cat Williams says, white. For real, this is not no racist or no prejudice, you know what I'm saying? But this is how it is, you know what I'm saying? So that's why Donald Trump is throwing all that dirt on Hillary. Talking about her husband, what he did 20-something years ago, you know what I'm saying? Talk about she this and that. Throwing dirt, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, I'm not a follower of Hillary Clinton. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I just think in my mind, and nobody cannot change the way how I think. I don't care what you call me. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's time for a woman to take the stage and take the stand to be in the White House to run. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it would kind of solve, and maybe we could a woman could come to a agreement to other countries that we at war with, far as a I say, how can I say it? Agreement. You know what I'm saying? Common ground. You know, maybe because like I said, women think different from men. Women are opposite of men. You know what I'm saying? If there's no women on this earth that I know, or before my time that I know, that I read about in school, whatever. There's no woman sat down in government that want to gain power and want to have some type of weapon of mass destruction and stuff like that. No, you know what I'm saying? It's man that's doing that. Man is doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it should be time for a woman to run. You know? Time for a woman. Maybe we can strike a deal of peace. You know what I'm saying? Peace with other countries. You know what I'm saying? For real. Come on. I mean, just think about it, YouTube. Just think about it. You know? Because so far, it ain't happened. You know what I'm saying? It ain't happened. We still at war. Them other countries may be cool with us. You know what I'm saying? May smile, take a picture. They smile, shake our hands, whatever. But underneath that, like, I still don't like you. I still want to kill you at night. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Maybe it's time for a woman to run. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Give this woman a chance. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, in that type of position of running for presidency in the White House, this is true. You know what I'm saying? This is not no prejudice or racist or hatred or discrimination. No, it's not. But this is how it is. They don't want no person of color, half black, or no woman to run the White House. It has to be a man. It has to be a Caucasian man. This is how it works. You know what I'm saying? Obama, he was, he was acceptable. He was selected. He did, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no way Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson or anybody getting that White House. I don't think ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Obama was like, I wouldn't say a bypass, but it was more like a acceptable selection. You know what I'm saying? Because he did not talk like Jesse Jackson and did not talk like Al Sharpton. No. He talked like a man that has education behind him. You know, knowledge, you know what I'm saying, of political things like that. You know, so he was acceptable, you know. So, yeah. I think it's time for a woman to run. Just give her a chance to see how it will go and how it will play out. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want. Say what you want. But you have to look at this. You have to look at this. Man and woman are not the same. We don't think the same. You know what I'm saying? Our minds are different. You know what I'm saying? A woman thinks different from a man. Man thinks different from a woman. So you have to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. But some of y'all gonna say, Drewize, hell with you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Drewize. But do what you do. Drewize Topics. I am Drewize. You can post a comment about what I just said if you like to. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe. Peace.